What with continuing disruptions due to the pandemic, we're still waiting for Season 7 of Formula E to get started. We were initially scheduled to get things underway last month in Santiago, but the calendar has since been revised, and at the time of recording this we wait to see if the Saudi Arabian doubleheader at the end of February goes ahead. Now, for those like myself who wish to get their Formula E fix during this extended hiatus, there are a few options. You can watch some old races on YouTube, or there's the Accelerate Championship for all of the sim racing fans out there. However, I've decided that this would be the perfect opportunity to check out the Jaguar Formula E Gen 2 Lego set. Released in 2020, this set contains 565 pieces, and you actually get two separate cars in the set, which, considering it retails at £35 on the official Lego website, is relatively good value for a Lego set. So here is the set, looking nicely presented in its packaging. It's a reasonably sized box, as you would expect, considering there are going to be two cars in here. And you've got the Lego logo on there, of course, the Speed Champions logo. Speed Champions is the name of the theme which this set is from. There's lots of sets within that theme. Most of them are kind of Ferraris, supercars, sports cars, and so on. But this, of course, as I said in the intro, is the Jaguar Formula E set, and just to prove it, we've got the Jaguar logo on the top right corner, the Formula E logo down at the bottom. It's really nice to see the Formula E logo on there, because it really kind of reminds you this is official Formula E merchandise, which obviously it is, because that's how they're allowed to make it. But yes, it's still really nice to see that on there. Okay, so here are the contents of the box, and immediately I must say I'm really loving this blue, this sort of light blue cyan colour that I'm seeing. I've never seen a Lego piece in that colour before, and it looks gorgeous. I'm really excited to build this now. So there are 5 bags in the box, all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there are 2 sets of stickers, one for the Ipc car. Sorry if some of the things are a bit crumpled in here, that's just the way they came out of the box. And there's the Formula E car, and same with the instruction manuals, they're a little bit creased, but that's okay, we can work with that. We've got the Ipc instruction manual, and then there's a separate one here for the Formula E car. Now, I don't yet know whether there's any kind of system to the way these bags are organised, like maybe 1, 2, 3, the first 3 bags are for the Formula E car, and then the last 2 are for the Ipc car, or something like that. I don't know. I will find that out in a moment. The final thing that I would like to add before I actually start building this is I am not an obsessive Lego fanatic. I'm not really nerdy about my Lego. I know some people can be. If you're here watching this more as a Lego fan, expect this video to be from the perspective of a motorsport fan, a Formula E fan, just building a Lego set for fun. I have done Lego before. I do enjoy Lego and occasionally get a Lego set, generally to treat myself because they do get quite expensive. But yes, I'm primarily a Formula E fan building a Lego set. So as you can see, I've now finished building both of these cars, and you probably can't tell actually, but my jumper has also magically transformed. Yeah, it took a couple of sittings actually to do this. It took a little bit longer than expected, mainly because these models are so big and so detailed. I was quite impressed actually. Now, I believe that the LEGO Speed Champions theme, originally there used to be only 6 studs wide, but then they changed it so they're now 8 studs wide, and I'll give you a closer look at both of these cars in a moment, but they're actually able to get quite a lot of detail in there, which is quite nice. I'm impressed with that. And also on top of that, as you will see, there is also this starting gantry component included in the set. It turns out there was a system to it, by the way. Bags 1 and 2 were the Formula E car, bags 3 and 4 were for the Ipc car, and then bag number 5 was for this starting gantry. So altogether, as a Lego set, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's quite good value, getting the 2 cars and the gantry in there. And I want to give you a closer look at this gantry in just a second, because it has a nice little interactive component to it. So I've just lowered the camera for a moment just to give you a closer look at the mechanism in this starting gantry. It's quite a simple mechanism really. There's just a rod that goes through the middle here, and the starting lights are up inside this kind of box here. So you just pull the rod out, you've got the red light that drops down, the yellow light, get ready to go, and green light to go. Obviously not quite the same as in real life. If you watch Formula E, you will know they do the 5 red lights, and there's normally a very unnecessary and melodramatic drum roll over the top. But I'm still happy to have this component included along with the two cars, because it's a nice touch. Now, I'm sure the part you're all really waiting to see is the cars themselves, so we'll start by having a look at this Jaguar Ipc Trophy Car, which I have here. It's all looking very nice. This is the part where if I was more of a Lego nerd, I'd probably be commenting on some of the building techniques used and stuff, but I don't really have the knowledge to give a whole lot of insight into that. But it all looks very nice. It all looks as I would expect it to. One thing I will actually just comment on is the stickers. Now, I'm not a huge fan of stickers in general, personally. It might be just my clumsy fingers, but I find them a little bit fiddly. I struggle to get them on straight, applying them and all of that. I guess that's a personal preference thing. Some people might enjoy putting the stickers on, but what I do generally expect is consistency. And one of the things that's a little bit odd about this model is there are a lot of stickers on there. For instance, this Jaguar cat logo on the side is a sticker, the logo on the top is a sticker, these Jaguar logos, there's stickers all over it. But for some reason, these two flat plates here, these long 1x6 flat plates, they're not stickers, they're painted on, and I would have thought it'd be easy enough to just put a sticker on there, and it doesn't bother me so much. It's just a minor nitpick. It seems a little bit odd and a bit inconsistent why everything else would be stickers and those two are painted on. But as I say, yeah, that's just a minor thing. Overall, I am very happy with this. I like how it looks. I'll remove the front windscreen and the top of the roof, because this is a piece that just comes off quite easily, so you can look inside. And you can see inside there's a steering wheel, there's a little gear lever, so it's nice to see the detail in there. Now a little driver comes out. I don't know who this is meant to be. I don't know if it's meant to be anyone in particular, but I suppose it could be Alice Powell. I believe she was one of the first Jaguar Ipc Trophy guest drivers in the series. You can actually take her helmet off and you can swap it with her hair, so when she's looking more casual and she's relaxing and she's out of the car, she's not going flat out, she's got her hair down and that's what she looks like, and then you can swap it out and just like that and put her helmet back on and she's ready to go, ready to race, and you can sit her in the car. There's actually space for 2 figures inside the car, so I can get my little Mitch Evans minifigure from the Formula E car over, and he can actually sit in the passenger seat next to her. I don't know why you'd want to put 2 minifigures in there, but if you want to, you can. The 2 minifigures go in there, and then this windscreen will go over the top, and you've got two minifigures inside the car. And last but very much not least, we have the Jaguar Formula E car itself, and here it is. Once again, all looking very nice. Going off the livery and the colours, it appears to be based on a Season 5 Jaguar car, just going off the fact that there's 2 Panasonic logos on the nose, for instance, which I thought was a bit strange, because I believe, if I'm correct, this set came out in 2020, so I thought they might have updated it to like the Season 6 livery. But again, that doesn't really bother me. It still looks very nice for what it is, and I will just show you how the halo works here, because it's actually in 2 parts, the halo. It's not joined together, so that's just sat on there, and what that means is you can lift up the top part of the halo, and if we bring our Mitch Evans figure over here, I say Mitch Evans because it's number 20, of course, Mitch Evans, and he will just sit down in the car there. We can sort of squeeze him. It can be a bit tricky to get him in there sometimes, but I think he's comfortable in there now. So then we lower the halo down again, and he's in the car, and we're all ready to go there. Isn't that nice? While we're on the subject of the minifigure, actually, I'll just mention that I know some people have commented on the fact that the minifigure is out of proportion with the car, which of course it is, because you know how in real life the legs go right down into the nose. They'd be down to sort of here. And if you look at that minifigure, the proportions aren't quite right, are they? But that doesn't really bother me at all, because it's a Lego set, and the way I look at it is, when I get a Lego set, I'm not expecting it to be like a really accurate model. I expect it to be kind of Lego-ified, if that makes sense. So I expect to have the Lego minifigure here and everything to be sort of as it would be in the Lego universe. So what you expect is what you get. So I don't have any problem with that. It's kind of like how the nose shape here I think isn't quite right to me, because if you follow Formula E, you're probably familiar with the shape of the Gen 2 cars, and the noses tend to be quite fat and very rounded. Whereas this looks quite long and straight and slim, so yeah, the proportions aren't quite right on the thing, but it's Lego, and I don't expect it to be like an accurate model. So that part doesn't really bother me, and I'm just really happy that it's a Jaguar car. I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of Jaguar in Formula E, especially I'm looking forward to the Dream Team with Sam Bird and Mitch Evans driving next year. I'm really excited about that, but I'm glad also that it is a team. It's a car that's an official merchandise of one of the teams that would actually be on the grid in a Formula E race, as opposed to just being a generic Formula E show car livery or something, which would still be nice. But I particularly like the fact that this actually has the sponsors and the decals and everything that you would actually see in real life on the grid in one of the Formula E races, so I think that's very nice. If you are a die-hard Lego nerd, or even if you just have a casual interest and you're a Formula E fan with a little bit of money to spare, you might want to check this set out for yourself. As I said, it's pretty good value, and I had a lot of fun with it, as you can probably tell. If any of you watching this have actually built this Lego set or have plans to do so, then let me know your thoughts, but I think it's great that we get to have merchandise like this, and it really reflects the growing profile of the championship. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more anecdotes and analysis from Formula E and motorsport.